And sets another day. Billions will kneel and pray. Anything to wait, escape from the world so cold and...
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bones and Tubbs.
You guys notice anything different?
You notice any clear, more dulcet tones going on right now?
Concise.
Yes, it's because we're on a brand new rig thanks to our Patreon contributors. You're out there. We thank you.
You guys can also see us if you're able to. I don't know. Can they rewatch live streams?
I think maybe later. Yeah.
Either they're that or we're on Periscope.
We're periscoping and we're live. We got cameras at both angles. We are ready to go for today's episode.
Basically, the shit is bananas.
Shit is absolute bananas today. If you're watching live, you're going to be watching a very raw episode.
Yeah.
Something very few people have actually been able to see before.
It's nice.
You know, unedited, clean, crisp, concise. And if you like it, go back and listen to our back catalog of episodes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so new rig today. Everything's looking nice and clean and professional. And
I feel like it's my job now.
I know. It is kind of our job now, but it's a job I like to do.
Right. It's not work. It's fun.
It's not like the Factory of Sadness or anything.
No, I can't wait to.
Let's see. New rig. That's what we talked about. New Fiverr video.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
If anybody needs a fucking anything done really, go to Fiverr.com lifestyle and just type in happy guys and they will, oh my God, they will not cease to amaze you.
Exactly. I was so elated when we got our Fiverr video for Bones and Tubbs from those two guys. Very professional.
Yeah.
Exactly what I wanted to see.
Now, when they were shaking their dicks, do you think those were real dicks or do you think they had like jungle fruit under there?
I assume it's the real dicks.
Because that was, I mean, it was like a pool ball in a sweat sock.
Yeah. I did enjoy the video, though.
It was so good. I can't stop watching it.
I mean, I want to see more, like, kind of like It's a Small World thing going on with it, where we have people from all around the world doing Bones and Tubbs dances.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where they're from, but we got one down.
Bangladesh.
Oh, it's from Bangladesh?
Yeah, I looked it up last night, and they also did a currency conversion. We did $6 plus tip.
Oh, okay.
And that's $1 United States is $82.54.
Oh, so probably they made some money off of that.
They made bank.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
That's why they legitimately look happy when they do their shit.
But next, I want to see some people from Holland, like in wooden shoes, clicking around.
Yeah.
Talk about Bones and Tubbs.
Yes.
Shit like that. But yeah, so we got our new rig. We got a new Fiverr video up, so you need to check that out. It's pretty awesome.
Premium.
Not much really going on in the news particularly lately.
I did write down that I wanted to mention the Senate meeting that happened yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, where they took all the senators to the White House and gave them the 411 on North Korea.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was expecting to wake up today and the power be off because we got EMP'd.
Yeah. It's not outside the realm of possibility at this point.
Gotham Shield happened 2 days ago.
Yeah. But
shit's going down behind the scenes. It's going down in the DM.
Oh, yeah. We just don't know it yet.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, other than that, like, I haven't seen anything like that has certainly tickled my fantasy. I watched a video by Sean Hannity this morning, basically him saying if people start coming out and saying that he was groping women, then it's a fucking lie.
Nice. It's nice to know that the puppets are realizing that they're being held by strings.
Yeah.
Because when you start seeing them, like, that's like akin to Alex Jones, where he's like, I'm not going to kill myself. Just let you know this now. You know, they're freaking out in the mainstream, and they're coming out like, I don't grab pussy. I don't do it.
But I mean, to me, like, I feel like it's they're going after him. This is like that scene at the end of The Godfather. Somebody higher up has decided, you know what, we got to take these motherfuckers out. But instead of like blasting them in elevators and, you know, shooting them in their beds.
So much better to just assassinate their character.
Exactly. Because now their voice means nothing, and they die with no cause.
Yeah, you will die with no countrymen. You'll be stripped of all titles and possessions.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting to watch, but I don't know. Let's see where this North Korea thing pans out.
You think it's crazy? I wrote this down too because it's one of the things I was thinking about when I wasn't sleeping. Right now, what we're doing is a mixture of television broadcast and radio broadcast
at the same time.
You know how much money that used to cost back in the day?
Oh, I'm assuming a lot.
I mean, and now we're just doing it.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an amazing age we live in.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the other day that they're already talking about flying cars for ride sharing and shit like that. So
yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like we'd be the last generation of people like, I ride in ground cars only. I don't ride in those goddamn death traps.
Now, these policy cats are already talking about, like, when our kids are old enough to drive, that they won't have to do driver's ed because it'll be all automated. And anybody that wants to drive the old-fashioned caveman way will have to pay something retarded, like $3,000, $6,000 a month in insurance.
That's crazy.
Right.
I don't know. Like I said, I think we're the last ones that are going to be like, I don't fuck these robots.
Well, we're going to get right on the cusp of it, and then they're just going to EMP everything.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, though, like, you know, and it's in one of our topics today, I'm not going to get too much into it, but when people drive, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, gigantic idiots. I mean, I've made some mistakes in the past, but for the most part, a fair majority are morons.
Yeah. I think they're getting worse, too. It's like they don't pay attention.
No.
To anything. Or they're doing what we're doing right now. They're live streaming while they're driving down the road.
I mean, earlier today, I was taking my son to school, and I stopped at the stop sign, and there was a van that was there before me. So I stopped, waited on them to go, wouldn't go. I look, bitch is on her phone.
Of course.
At the stop sign. Just sitting there. I look at her again, and then I just go. Like, I don't even think you realized I was there, did you?
You're not even paying attention.
No.
And if they're not doing that, they're nodding out on heroin.
Yeah.
I mean,
that too.
That's fucking crazy. That's an actual statistic.
I think that actually happened to me last week when I was driving down the road. This guy kept like going left of center or going almost just off the shoulder, off the road completely.
Right.
And I thought, I was like, dude, this dude's either ODing or he's really sleepy or he's trying to eat like a really sloppy sandwich right now.
Right.
I mean, I've been there before. I mean,
we've all been there.
You ever tried to eat like a double cheeseburger from Wendy's while you're driving?
It's hard enough to do chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Chicken nuggets are pretty clean and precise. The cheeseburgers are
Some would say that they're made for driving.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I could fuck with a burrito, but a taco, no.
I almost wrecked my car eating Chipotle, so I can't even do a burrito.
A bowl.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said, we'll be talking about something involving driving in our topics today. But do you just want to go ahead and dive into that?
Fuck it, yeah.
All right.
I like this pop filter. It's like pantyhose in between
know, right?
a plastic circle.
You touch it, and it's like, it's so delicate.
I feel like anyway.
But it stops me from sounding like James Gandolfini on the mic, so
yes.
I gotta love that. All right, first topic of the day, of course, comes from St. Catherine of College Corner.
Peace be upon her.
Peace be upon her. We have the candle lit,
yes.
St. Catherine. She asked, what is some random irrational pet peeve that you have for seemingly no good reason? I got a few of them.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you gotta have a few of them, but the ones that, the one that really pops out in my head the most that I shouldn't get mad about, but I do, is, okay, say someone calls you up on the phone, right? Mm-hmm. Hello? They call you, right?
Yeah.
And then immediately they're like, hold on a minute.
Right. What are you talking about?
That is the worst fucking thing you could do. You're a horrible human being if you do that. Because, first of all, you're taking a piece of somebody's time.
Yeah.
Already. Even if it's pertinent information you're about to bring to them.
Stealing time's worse than stealing money. You can't get time back.
You can't get time back. So you're going to call me, and then you're going to immediately say, hang on a minute. Because apparently somebody became more fucking important, like literally a second after you fucking put your thumb to the phone.
Bitch.
I'd say that's probably my biggest pet peeve. That will drive me right up the wall.
I don't like just snide talk, I guess.
You mean like...
when somebody says something under their breath, I'd rather... Or I guess I should say with an undertone.
So be bold.
I would exactly. I would rather you, if you've got something to fucking say to me, or something on your mind, just say it. Say it. Again, it's wasting time.
Or it's like when you're talking and somebody starts giving you the stink eye while you're talking, like they want to say something but they won't.
Yeah,
and then you go to them, you dog up on them and like, what?
What's the deal?
What?
What's on your mind?
What do you want to fucking say, dude? Because you keep giving me the fucking eye.
Can we just get it out of the way right now and go back to regular speech? Can we?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But and I'd say another thing that pisses me off, and I guess it shouldn't, but it feels like it's one of those things about people that makes me feel like they're kind of like, sheep. And I call it passing syndrome. Passing syndrome is when you're driving down the road and you're going a reasonable speed. Suddenly somebody behind you decides you're not going fast enough.
You're doing 5 to 10 over.
Yeah, and they want to do more, so they pass you. Now here's the thing. Every other person behind him suddenly decides, they gotta pass you too.
Yeah, this guy is in our way now.
Yeah.
Let's follow the leader.
Even though inadvertently, they probably weren't planning on going 75, 80 miles an hour. And what they'll do is they'll pass you and then go the speed that they were going in the first place.
What about when somebody pulls out in front of you and you almost rear end them and then they drive slow as fuck?
Oh, my God.
Or they just turn.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't handle it.
It's just that I think passing syndrome, it shouldn't piss me off. Like, whatever. You want to pass me, pass me. But it's the fact that, like, you're only passing me because you saw the person in front of you pass me.
Maybe what we need is robot drivers so we can just sit on couches and get shit-faced while we're...
That's what I was saying the other day. I was like, man, I was kind of hungover. Driving home, I was like, I don't want to drive. And I told Toe Beans, I was like, listen, I was like, I wish that automated cars were already a reality. I was like, because I could have taken a nap on the way home.
Yeah.
And been refreshed.
Feel better.
But, you know, I feel like even when automated cars come, I'm not going to be able to just, like, up and take a nap all of a sudden. You know what I mean? No. Like, that's going to take some time and a lot of trust.
Yeah, it's really hard to just trust the robot overlords right off the rip.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I don't know if there's any other irrational pet peeves I really have. Sometimes, like, I feel like if you're in the middle of a conversation, there's, like, 3 or 4 people, and you're talking, and then someone's telling a story or someone's saying an anecdote or something like that, and they like stop, and then you feel that you're going to say something, right? You have an idea that you want to throw into the mix.
Yeah.
And as soon as you start talking, it's like a fucking semicolon at the end of whatever the fuck they were saying, and they just keep on talking.
Yes. I still don't... I get upset with the...
Joe Taylor said, hi there, boys.
Oh, it's Joe Taylor.
Hi, Joe Taylor.
Hi. Yeah. Live streaming.
Yeah. So, I mean, like... I'd say those are the things that really just, like, bother me. Like, if you're in the middle of a conversation with a group of people, and you just want to get a fucking word in, that's all you want.
Right.
Because you always get one in the group that's just like...
Yeah, right.
And just fucking keeps running their mouth.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's funny, I'm such an angry person, but I hold it all inside, and it's like right now that I'm thinking about pet peeves, I just can't. My entire life is a pet peeve. I'm just always upset.
Something happens.
I was trying to explain to my wife yesterday... my constant anxiety that I have.
Yeah.
And it's just, hearing it come out of my mouth, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Do you have that too, anxiety?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Like, you're just like hanging out, having a good time with friends or family, and the voice comes in, they're like, nobody likes you.
Oh, yeah. And it suddenly feels like you get this, I always grab my chair and go like this. And it's like, it's either like, it makes me look like I either got to take a shit or a hemorrhoid just suddenly miraculously appeared on my asshole.
Working with the hemorrhoid right now.
And like, I get this really uneasy feeling. And I think, you know what it is for me? I think it started, I mean, I always had a drop of anxiety, but nothing like too serious.
Yeah.
I think it was after my son was born.
Is that what caused it?
And I think that's like, there's actually a funny thing, another topic today that we're going to dive into later. But I think that my anxiety hit its peak when it came to fatherhood.
Okay.
But
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'd say those are some irrational pet peeves, St. Catherine.
Boom.
But thanks for the topic.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it on the new audio.
I just want to know how, I feel like she has some sort of mystical magic 8-ball in her head that she shakes, and she always has premium questions.
She has like a glass. She has a glass.
Crystal glass?
Like a glass.
Oh.
Like one of the 13.
I see.
Like from the Dark Tower.
Oh, shit.
Except I don't think she has the black. She doesn't have the black glass.
No.
I feel like she has maybe the pink one.
I hope it's not pink, because that means she's seen all the nasty, terrible things I've done in my life.
Good point.
Yeah.
I feel like she has another one where she could perceive like different scenarios that should be played out.
Blue.
Or at least observed.
Blue's a good color. Have you talked to her into reading it at all?
A little bit.
And
but she'll get to it eventually, I'd say. It's just a matter of time for her. But, well, thank you, St. Catherine, for the question.
Yeah. We got 2 more on there. I'm not sure who it is.
But
I don't want to keep interrupting. I'm just giving shout-outs.
Yeah. But Joe Taylor keeps commenting to us, trying to tell other people, hey, watch the live stream.
At least he's not like whoever was on our YouTube the other day, like, show us penis,
Show us penis.
Please show penis.
But, so, thanks for the question, St. Catherine. Next one comes from our old friend Lunchmeat.
Ooh.
Lunchmeat's been pretty consistent here lately. I like that.
I enjoy it.
And I think I like the broadness of his question. He left so much to the imagination on this one. What things would you not do for $10 million? I put it really simple. Simple. I would not kill family or close friends.
That is really simple. And it's a good tenet to live by.
Yeah.
It's good.
Beyond that,
What if it was more? Would you kill family or friends? Or
no, I would never kill family or friends.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm just making sure that if you come home at night and you're drunk and you see the Monopoly man in your kitchen, he's like, you can have all the money in the world, but you have to kill Bones.
But like, yeah, right.
You stab him with the letter opener.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm sure there's other things, but those are the first things that came to my mind. Like, I'm not killing my family. I'm not killing my friends.
Well, if we get that out of the way,
like, I probably wouldn't kill my dog for $10 million.
Right.
I mean, it's my dog.
I don't.
The shit hyena is one of my best friends.
Yeah. If murder was out of the question,
Oh, Joe wants to talk about Antifa.
Oh, well.
You should, just to let you know, Joe, the episode that drops today,
yeah,
we talk about Antifa on that one.
We got a really sweet little bit on there about Antifa.
Yeah.
I actually tried to upload it through the website that I use to change it from an MP3 to an MP4.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me upload it, I think, because all my titles involve fuck Antifa or death to Antifa or Antifa is cancer.
Nice.
Also, go through our wall, because we posted something the other day about breaking down Antifa, and they've got a lot of left-leaning people that are in like positions of power that run their shit, and it's kind of terrifying.
Take a look at that. It'll be up today. Bones and Tubbs, episode 22. Ooh. But, okay, but $10 million, that's a lot of fucking money. Now, like, I think I would go beyond that. Like, I wouldn't commit genocide for $10 million.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me, would I kill somebody for $10 million?
A random person?
Without consequence? Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, no kids.
Oh, I thought... That answer must have upset Catherine because the candles almost went out.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Hey, anybody on the live stream, when we talk about the candle, we're referring to the candle of St. Catherine of College Corner.
Shut Periscope Rock. Hand it to me. Oh my god. Yes. I'm hoping to make these commercially available. St. Catherine. We'll have to give her a definite cut on that because that is her likeness.
Available for $39.99.
Yeah.
The topics will come.
If you order now, we'll send you 2 of them.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
But,
I think I also would not, for $10 million, I wouldn't do anything like... I might be kind of vain for saying this, but I wouldn't tattoo a dick on my face.
No. That's permanent.
Right.
I mean, to an extent, even then, like, even if you got it removed, you're still going to see the outline of a cock on your face for the rest of your life.
I would get a face tattoo.
For $10 million? Yeah.
But just
not a cock.
Not a giant dick.
Would you get, like, say, when we're at the factory Saturdays, we see individuals with money bags tattooed in the middle of their forehead. Yeah. Would you do that?
Well, yeah. I mean, $10 million.
You literally would have money bags.
Somebody look at you like, you have a really trashy tattoo. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I've also got stacks of money.
You pull a fucking 100-ounce gold bar out of your coat. Like, does it look trashy now?
I actually have the same bag of money right here.
Like,
yeah. I invested it, and I made 4 of these.
Here's some shit. Okay, we said we wouldn't get a dick on our face. Would you get a swastika on your face for $10 million?
Listen, I'm just trying to virtue signal. I'd get anything on my face. I'd get a giant dick.
I don't know, man. A swastika is pretty...
What if you got like the old school swastika, like the Native American one? Love and happiness. What if you got a swastika made of dicks?
Okay, that would be interesting. Because then it would be a double entendre statement of saying, fuck Nazis.
Right.
So I guess it kind of... The dick and the swastika coming together would negate each other. It would cancel each other out.
Double negative
swastika cocks.
Right.
I mean, that's what I would think.
This leads me to my first random shout out of the show, but everybody should go to Google, and if they're feeling like they want to learn an alternate part of history, Google pink swastika and buy it. Yeah. It's a book. And
find out some interesting thing about Nazis.
Yeah. All their proclivities.
Yeah.
Some might say it's fake, but they also involve medical reports about all the diseases that Nazis had from all their gay sex. But whatever. It is whatever.
But yeah, $10 million, like I said, the list of things I wouldn't do is shorter than the list of things I would do.
Would you eat a baby diaper full?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
$10 million? Fuck yeah. That's $10 million.
Yeah, you're right.
How old of a baby are we talking?
Just started solid food.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Okay.
I mean, either way, I think I'd do it no matter what. It doesn't matter. I'd eat an adult diaper for $10 million.
Yeah. It depends.
After Taco Tuesday, I don't give a fuck.
You need a plastic fork and a knife
Ooh.
and a spoon.
Ooh.
Feast up.
You'd have to put the money right in front of me as I was doing it, though.
Yeah. Well,
just let me see it.
Could you imagine that if you got such a convention? That should be one thing they need to do as a TV show is like have a guy who looks like the Monopoly man and they have a table with money and they're like $10 million right here and then they make him do something and they find out that that's fake money. And you don't win anything.
Yeah. You win possibly a couple diseases and maybe a stomach virus.
You just got a stupid prize for playing a stupid game. Win stupid prizes when you play stupid games.
Ooh-wee.
Stupid.
But yeah, so I mean...
It's a good question, though, Lunch Meat. We appreciate it.
Lunch Meat, that was a good one. I did like that one.
Yes.
But next one, St. Catherine, you're on fire. That's all there is to it. I mean, I can't not... Everybody else, you need to up your game. A couple of you who were pretty consistent the last couple of weeks have kind of dropped off, and I'm a little disappointed.
Maybe
I'm not going to throw some names out there.
Yeah, we don't want to upset anybody.
But one is in reference to a Sesame Street character. I haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm wondering about you, Elmo.
What are you doing?
Where you been?
What are you doing? Aaron the Red's been pretty good. He didn't give us one this week, but I'll give you this week, Aaron the Red.
Yeah.
This 1 week. But
he's got solacing to do out there.
Yeah. Okay, so next topic, St. Catherine of College Corner. On a personal note, what has fatherhood taught you about life or yourself?
It's taught me a lot of things about myself. I already knew that I was a selfish asshole.
Yeah.
But it's put that on spotlight, and it's made me reevaluate. You know, I come to you today on the live streams, Periscope, and Facebook Live, and on the podcast that will be heard a week late, and I am here on 3 hours of sleep.
Nice.
And it's a ephedra caffeine pill plus a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you people do it out there, parents. I understand now why is your dad a dick? You know,
He never fucking sleeps.
he never
That's
sleeps.
why.
I wonder if it's like psychologically damning too, for the fact that like when my son's 13, I'm still gonna be an asshole, but like just thinking about when he was a newborn.
Yeah.
I can't have a nice day today because I remember all the times that I had to clean your shitty asshole 4 in the morning.
Pretty much. And I decided that, here's the thing, like there's a few things I'm definitely going to do to my son when he's an adult.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back for a story, and then we'll get into the question, because I feel like the story is funny and needs to be told. Okay, so one day I was over at my mom and dad's, and I had my boy with me. He's probably only like 2.
Yeah.
He was a wee lad still.
Little baby.
You know, so, you know, I go outside and I'm putting stuff on the grill to cook and all that. I was out there for about 10 minutes. He was watching TV, supposedly. I go back inside, and I go in the living room, and he's nowhere to be seen. Can't find him anywhere. Where is he? Nowhere. And that's when I noticed that the laptop that I've been using before, my laptop, my nice over $1,000 laptop,
Yeah.
that was closed and been put up, was out on the floor, opened up, and the screen was absolutely shattered.
He was doing science.
And that's when I realized he was hiding because he knew he had fucked up.
Uh-oh.
And I was just like, Jim,
Get out here.
Satan flew into me and became me for a moment. And I was like, come here now, boy. And he knew, he was scared shitless. He knew I was about to go crazy on him. And, you know, I had to admit, I think I went a little, I didn't beat him or nothing, but I think I went a little crazier on than I should have on a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
But he had to know, what he did was, and he knew what he did was wrong because he went and hid. If he didn't think it was wrong, he wouldn't have hid.
You had to let him know who daddy was.
Yeah, exactly. And I told myself that day, I said, when my son is 25 years old, I'm going to go over to his house. Yeah. I'm going to pick up his laptop or whatever computer device he has at that point, and I'm going to drop kick the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah, guess what?
I'm going to fucking destroy it with one kick.
Buy another one. I got a story that happened last night, and it will also lead into something I've learned about myself. You know, I told you before we started the show, I was out, we went, packed up the car, went to Walmart.
Yeah.
Because we had to get some type of colic relief. I don't know if it's colic or if it's
gripe water is for when they're colicky. We'll call it colicky, not colic.
Okay, so when they're rigid as a board and screaming randomly from
That's colic.
gas. Okay,
Yeah.
So he's going through the gas thing, and I didn't give a fuck. You know, we're trying to keep it healthy, keep it organic and everything. But in my head, I was like, I don't give a shit what I have to give him to make him stop crying. This is fucking crazy.
Anything, just do it.
Yeah, so we got up there, and luckily I found gripe water, which isn't a drug, it's just herbal. And
Yeah.
it literally worked in minutes.
Yeah.
Hashtag, that one's on me.
Yeah.
Gripe water. If you want me to talk about it more, pay me some money.
Well,
But
yeah, right. This episode brought to you by Gripe Water.
we literally,
Gripe water.
we gave him the recommended amount, which is the smallest amount, and it worked almost instantaneously. He went to sleep. We got home, made the bottle. He was just loose, like
Yeah.
a wet noodle. Cool, chill. Eats his bottle. I hold him. I burp him. Change his diaper, right?
Yeah.
And it's 3 in the morning now, 3:30. And I change his diaper. I take him out in the living room. He's fussing a little bit because he's moving around. I've got cold hands. I get it.
Yeah.
And I put him in his swaddle blanket, and I wake the wife up, tell her we're going to bed. As soon as I walk around the hallway, I hear him shit again in his diaper. Okay, so
That's what they'll do.
I take him back in there. He's angry.
Yeah.
I clean his asshole again. Put him back in the swaddle blanket. I'm walking back in the bedroom, and here's the fucking icing on the cake. He goes, and whatever the fuck that was, went right in my mouth.
Oh, nice.
And I turned the light on, and it was throw up.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Right?
But that also taught me that, that normally would provoke me to freak out or go into a rage, and it just gave me a zen-like boot of peace.
Nice.
And I cleaned it up. I put him to bed, and here we are.
Well, I think, here's the thing, I think what I've discovered from being a father is that pooping isn't, a process that comes instinctually. It's a practice, just like a lot of things are a practice in life. Fatherhood is a practice. Being a good father is a practice. It's something you constantly have to remind yourself to move towards. It's like, practicing Buddhism or anything like that, or practicing Stoicism like we do.
Yeah.
It requires constant vigilance on your part.
It's like taking a shower.
Right. And
You
the
can't
same
just-
thing goes with shitting.
Yeah.
Shitting is a practice. And the thing is, with a practice, some things become harder when you get older. So, when you get older and you're incontinent and you shit yourself, it's because you're too old to practice anymore.
I'm telling you right now, it's even in the prime of your life, in the depths of your 20s, it's hard to maintain butthole continuity when you're drinking.
Exactly.
How many times have you drank some rock gut and you might have accidentally pooped your pants a bit?
Maybe just a little bit, yeah.
I mean, it's happened.
I think I talked about it on the show before the one time I shit myself. So.
Yeah.
But it's a practice. Pooping is a practice. Fatherhood's a practice. I think fatherhood has taught me probably the most valuable thing in another practice is patience.
Yeah.
Patience is something that you can't master. You can only try to be better at it. And fatherhood has taught me to be patient. And every milestone with a child requires a different level of patience. Like now we're getting to the point with my son, who's almost 5. Okay, here's your clothes. I pick them out for you.
Yeah.
Because I still do that for you.
Right.
You're going to put them all on.
Do it. Do it now.
And, from time to time, he's starting to finally get it down. But forever, it seemed like he'd always put on his underwear backwards. He'd always try to stick his head through the shirt hole, or through the armhole of the shirt. All sorts of shit. And I would sit there. Like I said, it's patience. So you have to sit there and try to be patient with them as they try to figure this shit out on their own. And you'll be sitting there like, come on. Just, you're thinking in your head. You're not saying this out loud because you don't want to, give him a complex. Come on, put your fucking clothes on. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
The sock! Put the sock on right!
Right.
Do it fucking now! But, like I said, patience is a practice.
Can I just say this real quick?
Yeah.
Kids are stupid.
Oh, yeah. Well, life is a practice. So.
I know that they've not got the experience and they're learning, but it's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. But, I think another thing I learned is that every mess can be cleaned up. No matter how terrible the mess. I've seen some messes. I think every parent goes through with every child at least once that time where they decide to become Picasso with their shit.
Oh, man, I hope not.
And they decide to paint their walls with it.
I really hope not.
It happened to me.
Yeah.
And luckily, Toe Beans was there with me. And
help
I
guide-
couldn't,
help guide you through it?
yeah, because I was like, he had painted a tree on his wall. I just said, take him,
Yeah.
because he was covered in it, obviously. Take him and put him in the bath.
Give him water.
I was like, I'll take care of this. And like I said, every mess can be cleaned up. Every mess. And then I'd say the last thing I really learned about fatherhood, and this one gets a little grim, is that there are things scarier than my death.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Things that will not bring you back from the edge.
I had to deal with probably the worst experience of my life involving my son a little over 2 years ago now, when he was misdiagnosed and he had type 1 diabetes, and the doctors didn't realize it, and he nearly died because of it. Of that.
You think they'd have like a standard procedure that would be one of the first things they tested for?
You would think.
They'd be like, oh,
well,
problem with the insulin.
He was starting to he was peeing all the time and constantly thirsty, so we took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, we're going to get blood work done in a couple of weeks. We think it might be something with his kidneys. And I remember something that doctors say is, when you hear hoof beats, think horses, not zebras. Okay? So don't think it's something extreme.
Right.
Think it's something something that's a little bit more common. So they were thinking zebras and not horses on that one.
Yeah.
Which happens, right? It happens. But, and him being in the hospital and him being in the ICU and not knowing what was going to happen, that was probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me. And I fear that, or anything involving that, way more than my demise.
For sure.
That was bad. And I'll never, I haven't endured the worst that I think a parent has to go through, but I think I've come close. And
yeah, I totally understand what you're saying there. It's once you've created another life, the last thing you want is anything bad to happen to that life.
Exactly. I think that was bad. And that was really, it affected me deeply on a level. And I wanted to put a shout out there. I don't know if he listens to the show, but we work with him. Walt, guy we work with, he just went through some shit with both of his kids.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that everything comes out all right for that. We're rooting for you, Walt, and your kids.
Everything
both of them
looks to be doing better. Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get grim there for a second, but I feel like I had to be honest about the fatherhood thing.
Yeah, it was the question. We were doing our due diligence.
Mm-hmm. But you got anything else to add to that one?
Not yet. I'm still in the throes.
You're the new father.
Yeah, I just came out of the gates.
So you get to enjoy every single milestone I've already enjoyed so far. I haven't even got, I assume there's a whole, I'm in the first book still of childhood. I haven't made it. I feel like volume 2 probably starts at puberty. And I'm not looking forward to it.
I feel like I crossed a milestone last night with curing this colic problem, because that shit was fucking crazy.
It is good when you, as a parent, when there's a problem with your kid and you can fix it and you can do something about it and it's fixed and it's solved. I think that's a really good feeling. It makes you want to pat yourself on the back. You know what I mean?
Nothing worse than sitting there watching another human being just absolutely on the edge of their sanity, and you can't stop it. Mm-hmm. But
yeah,
I can see it, man, coming down the pipe later on, where it's like you said, puberty.
Yeah,
I already know, and I remember, and I will probably remember till the day I'm dead. But when you first start getting those rushes of all the different fucking chemicals, it makes you crazy as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And you cannot be reasoned with.
Nope.
Nothing that you say as an adult above that age makes any sense.
I'd say for roughly 5 years, you're a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
That's on the brink constantly.
So I'm hoping to subvert. I'm going to give him what I wish I had, and that is a sparring partner.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to beat the dog shit out of each other.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, if he wants to take it outside.
Yeah. Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah.
Bitch.
But, okay. Thanks for the question, St. Catherine. Our next one, he let us come up with a name for him. So I came up with, his name's Tom Thompson. Thomas Thompson.
Yeah.
But we decided to call him from this country music song I remember from when I was a kid called, Don't Take the Girl, and I named him.
Oh, I fucking hate that song.
Yeah, I named him Take Tommy Thompson because that's a lyric in the song.
Yeah,
but Tommy Thompson said, if history is an indication, then all times of great change are first started by periods of chaos. Seeing the multi-layered chaos cake in society today, what kind of change do you see on the horizon? And then he added praise cake.
Praise kick. I think we are.
I think here's what I said about it. I said it depends on. I said here's the thing. I think we're on the brink of another thing involving great amounts of extremism in a certain part of the world. And I can't say one way or the other which region. I can make assumptions. I don't think it's going to happen in America. We're going to keep hearing the discourse in America back and forth. It's never going to go further than this.
You don't think so?
No. I think it's going to go about that fucking far. Because people love to fucking talk. Right? I mean, it could go bad, but I see it more versions of extremism happening in other places. I think, depending on how crazy it gets and how chaotic it gets, is going to be based upon the ability of the West to respond.
Yeah.
Like, if we respond to it, think about it. When Nazism happened and they started putting people in camps and killing them and all that shit, that wasn't the reason we responded. But, you know, if we wouldn't have intervened, they would have reached their final solution. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they might have even moved on to a new final solution. So we intervened in that kind of extremism.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It just depends on what we do.
I just feel like this might be my eternal pessimism. I don't even know if you can call it pessimism. Ultra realism with a tinge of pessimism. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the people that are driving the car are just absolutely tired of freedom. And I think that the West is the bastion of freedom. That's why people look to us to solve problems.
Well,
I think that they've injected cancer into our society. And I think everybody should Google this. I just Googled smartest kid in CERN, C-E-R-N. But you watch a video of Max Laughlin explain in terms that I'm pretty much too stupid to understand, like infinity and how the CERN collider affected our reality.
Yeah.
And to me, it makes sense if you look at all the crazy shit that makes absolutely no sense. Not even talking about like the Mandela effect, but just like, how the fuck is all this going on? Like, you ever ask yourself that when you hear a news story?
Yeah.
About somebody asking about Joy Lane, you know? Or some crazy fucking shit happening in some part of the country. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, I think that the world literally has moved on, to use a Stephen King analogy.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that.
There's no other way for me to explain it.
Yeah. Well, okay, like, and back to, like, the West and everything, like, here's the thing, like, the discourse in this country, it goes back and forth, but the thing is, at the end of the day, as long as those voices on both sides are still heard, we're good, right? Yeah. That's the foundations of Western liberal democracy. Now, the other day, I said that to somebody, and they said, liberal democracy?
Liberal.
And I said, well, no, when I say Western liberal democracy, I'm saying it in the broadest sense of the term.
Well, liberal in the actual sense that means, like, liberation through knowledge.
Exactly. So when I say that, it's an umbrella term to mean all-encompassing ideologies. As long as a conservative believes that a liberal has the right to believe what they want to believe, and a liberal believes that a conservative has the right to believe what they want to believe, we still live under the umbrella of a Western liberal democracy.
Right.
And, I mean, and I explained it to him, and he's like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Oh.
Now, as long as Western liberal democracy continues to exist, we're going to be okay.
Let me share a thing real quick. Also, we'll appease Joe Taylor's shout out. But I saw this fucking thing the other day, and I looked and tried to figure out if it was real, and I think it's real. But it's an Antifa, and they posted a flyer that says, rape lasts 30 seconds, racism lasts a lifetime.
I did see that. Yeah. Accept refugees.
What the fuck?
That's what it boiled down to, is they were saying you should accept refugees. Even if it means that more rapes will happen. Which, I don't know how to fall on that one. It's real, right? Like, somebody posted that shit.
As far as I could tell, it's real.
Okay, because sometimes, so I watched a video yesterday, and it made me wonder, okay, I wasn't there, and videos can be very deceiving, right? It was at UC Berkeley, and an individual first started, he had an ISIS flag, and he was waving it back and forth, chanting anti-Western slogans and all this shit, right? And from the video, it looked like he wasn't getting any, like, people yelling at him or angry at him for it. And he had a few people praising him for it. Well, then he changed it up and got out an Israeli flag and started waving that Israeli flag and saying Hamas is a terrorist organization and all this. And the amount of fucking hate he got when he pulled out the Israeli flag was insane. Now, like I said, it's a video.
Right.
So he might have cut out anybody saying anything dissenting about ISIS. Maybe he didn't.
I'm here to tell you, video editing and audio editing are a motherfucker.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and maybe he took out all the praise that Israel might have got at UC Berkeley. It's hard to say anymore. It's just so, like I said, if I wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
There's a video out there now floating around that's showing this new software that's out. I meant to fucking tag you in it the other day and I forgot. But it's crazy as shit because they watch Putin talk for a few minutes, giving a speech. And then the software can somehow, after a certain period of time of recording a voice and a physical moving picture, is able to map it and change it based on an actor. So they've got Putin talking, giving a speech, and then it's got another window that pops up of a guy, and he's like, and then he starts saying all kinds of fucking crazy shit, and Putin starts saying exactly the same shit he's saying.
That's fucking crazy.
And you can't tell the difference.
That's like some straight Running Man shit.
So like before, when we were looking at Photoshop, and now you can kind of look at things to see if people have doctored a photo.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to evolve with video and audio. Because somebody's got enough audio of us to make us say whatever the fuck we want.
We'll have to have some sort of like identifier to let them know that we're real.
Right.
Something, I don't even know what to do.
If you look at, I heard this is awesome. Have you heard of blockchaining? With cryptic currencies like Bitcoin.
Okay.
So the blockchain is what it's stored in, and it's like it's a cloud, and it's incorruptible. It can't be hacked, but it shows if I exchange Bitcoin with you, it shows it comes from me and where it came from there. So there's a trail, right?
Yeah.
That's what they need to do with video. Otherwise, World War III could happen.
No.
Or anything could happen.
Some sort of uncorruptible
source code.
Timestamp.
Yeah, timestamp. Right. Fucking A.
So like, yeah, that fucks me up. I mean, back to that video just for a second. I almost want to prove something. We'd have to find some sort of ultra liberal campus to do it on, but I think Bones and Tubbs should do a similar video. And being who we are and being honest individuals who wouldn't like try to put our thumbs on the scales of this proverbial question. Right. Like, I could think of one right now that's in Ohio, and we'd go to Oberlin. That's one of the most liberal college campuses in the country. Yeah. And do the same experiment there and see what happens.
They would actually believe me with an Israeli flag because I've got a giant Jew nose.
But and he also, the guy who was waving the Israeli flag, when he was doing that, he put on a yarmulke too.
But of course.
Yeah. And people were calling him like a thief and stuff like that, and like saying like some like you're like sitting there like, wait a minute, these are supposed to be like ultra liberal people, and they're like throwing the most like stereotypical slang at this dude who's portraying himself as a Jew, right? And I'm sitting there thinking like, what the fuck?
Dr. Doug Hurdy taught me this before, and he says it in such brash, like, you know how he is. Sometimes he just throws out facts. And he doesn't care how they sound. Yeah. But he made the most sense. He said liberals, meaning like the new term, leftists, are the most racist of all people. I don't know how
I've been saying it for a while. It goes with the notion that like, okay, so when, have someone who say, well, okay, somebody went to prison because they committed a crime. They individually did it. No one else compelled them to do that. Right. They did it, right?
Freedom of choice, yeah.
Freedom of choice, right? Okay, I've had liberals explain to me before that it's because of their upbringing and because where they came from and their circumstances that made them do that, right? So what a liberal tells me is that an individual is far too dumb to be able to make their own choices. Right. And we're talking, when they say these things, they're talking about...
They're generalizing.
They're talking about like entire, like a race of people.
Right, entire swath. It's not racist though, because they said it.
Yeah.
Eat it, there.
But, thank you, Take Tommy Thompson, for the question.
Tommy's daddy was watching him pissing.
Okay, so next one comes from Aaron Stearns. Thanks, Aaron.
Hi.
Hi, Aaron. He asked.
He's like the male St. Catherine right now.
Yeah, he is. He's the equivalent.
Coming with it.
He always comes with a really, they're both the equivalent. They come with strong questions, too. Yeah.
Thank you.
But, thank you, Aaron. He said, what are your thoughts on the Daddy of Five YouTube channel? Philip DeFranco has been covering it. Kind of fucked up shit. So, at first, I initially didn't know what the Daddy of Five was. I have my ear to certain areas of the ground for certain things. So this kind of went below my radar. Mm-hmm. But I looked into it, and now, like, all the videos from the actual Daddy of Five channel are gone. But you can find, like, other videos that people had taken online. And, so I was looking at it, and, this dude basically, like, tortured his kids.
They look like straight white trash.
Like, he tortured the fuck out of his kids.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Like, okay, if you're gonna make a video of your kid, don't torture them to do it. He was fucking torturing his kids for the lulz.
Yeah, people joke all the time about they watch videos where you're messing with your kid or you're scaring your kid, and they joke like, oh, that kid's gonna be fucked up. Well, I'm here to tell you that this guy's kids really are gonna be fucked up. Yeah. Because the crazy shit that he does, I mean... it's bananas.
Momma Tubbs is saying hi. Hi, Momma Tubbs.
Oh. Mama Sue. What's that little shit over there talking about? Little shit.
But yeah, here's the thing. Like, okay, Yeah, just the other day I posted a video of my son, but I posted it because he came to me and I thought it was a funny situation because I had taken a bite out of a chocolate Easter bunny of his, just a bite, and he came to me and started being accusatory and saying, "Why did you eat my chocolate Easter bunny?" And I said, "I just took a bite." And he's like, "You're not allowed to eat my chocolate Easter bunny. It goes in my tummy." And it came to me, I was like, I need to record this. This is hilarious. So I pulled out my phone and was like, what did I do? "You ate my chocolate Easter bunny." You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to coax him into crying or doing anything. Daddy of 5, that shit is fucked.
Yeah.
He he loved making his kids cry. There's one where they let one of the sons literally slap the fuck out of one of the daughters. And it's all just a prank.
Man.
Right? It's all just a fucking prank. No, it's fucking torture is what it is.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I heard, and you never know what's true and what's not true, but I heard that he was getting his kids taken away.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Child Protective Services
is a motherfucker.
I don't have any love for them, as I've said in the past, but, sometimes you gotta,
They serve a purpose.
The craziest part about it is, like, if they take his kids away from him and his wife, psychologically damaging those kids to try and make their life better, what's probably going to happen is they're going to put them into a home that looks really nice on paper. It's a white picket fence, but then the dad's raping them. Yeah. It's like you can't win. Everything is bad.
Everything. But yeah, so the Daddy of 5, I managed to find some of, like, there's one that was like the best of Daddy of 5, and I sat there and watched it, and it was hard to watch, man. I didn't want to fucking watch it. It was terrible. But yeah, thanks, Aaron, for the question. Like I said before, posting a funny video of your kid is one thing. Torturing your kid for the lulz is fucked.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't be an asshole.
Like, he tried to explain it away by saying, like, "Oh, well, we kind of just got carried away with it all." Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got carried away with fucking with your kids so hard they're going to need therapy, you stupid bitch.
Ignorant bitch.
Motherfucker. Anyways.
He looks like he's dating if you look at his face. I shut it down. Oh. But he looks like just trash.
Okay, so last question of the day comes from, of course, that lovely, lovely saint herself.
Oh, yeah.
Saint Catherine of College Corner. Oh. And she said, "What unsolved murder is the most fascinating and baffling to you?" Now, the one I'm always going to go back to is the Zodiac Killer. Because he was never caught.
Right. Well, Ted Cruz, he was in the last presidential election.
That's true.
He almost became president.
He almost became president. Zodiac was the killer.
Fucking crazy.
Ted Cruz. Yeah. Thank God Trump beat him.
Yeah. Trump's American now.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn. Anyways, but you imagine, imagine if Ted Cruz became president and he was just like, you know what? I love this country, but fuck couples in cars. Yeah. Let's kill all the couples in cars.
What are we going to do about this couples in cars problem?
But,
kill them.
But yeah, and then I started looking up a couple others just to get some ideas. And there was one that caught my attention that was fucking creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
It's about this woman in 2013. Her name was Elsa Lam. She, they found her in the hotel rooftop water tank.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last footage of her is a video where she gets inside an elevator like she's running. She gets inside the elevator, and then she, looks out the elevator door like someone's following her, and then, is just acting all crazy. And that's the last footage that anyone ever saw her.
You know what it was?
What's that?
Demons.
That's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I looked up a couple others.
I say that without a hint of joking.
And not one little bit.
No, it's all serious. Every bit of it.
There was another one that caught my eye, too. I'm trying to find it now. Ooh. Okay. There's the one about Elsa Lam.
I heard about that on, if anybody's interested in following that story a little bit deeper, you can go Google Ground Zero, Clyde Lewis, Elsa Lam, and he did an excellent show on it.
Okay, here's another one that was kind of weird. Okay, so on June 30th, 1999, the body of Ricky McCormick was found in a field in St. Charles County, Missouri. McCormick had been missing only 72 hours, but his body was already badly decomposed. In 2011, the FBI revealed they had found 2 notes in McCormick's pockets written in a complex cipher. McCormick was a high school dropout who could barely write his own name.
What the fuck, man?
Momma Tubbs says, "Keep it clean, you little shit."
Oh man, it's too late for that.
Way too late for that.
I even thought about that today when we started the show, that I should watch my mouth, because we need to do one for the grandmas.
Do one for the grandmas.
You know?
Yeah. Do one for the older folk, and maybe even kid-friendly.
My grandma the other day came to the house to see the boy.
Yeah.
And she was sitting on the couch, and she's got not an iPad, but like a different kind of tablet.
Yeah.
And she's always like,
I wish I could figure out how to watch your shows on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
and I was like, no. She doesn't have internet, so I figured it wouldn't happen. And then that day when she was holding my son, she looked at me and she was like, it worked.
Oh, she watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So that's all I heard.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I've gotten to a point, at first I was like, no, I don't want my family or my older relatives listening to this show. But I've gotten to the point now, you know what? This is who I am.
Right.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I'm going to cuss and I'm going to say things, but you're probably going to enjoy it on the way. That's just the way it is.
I gave her a buyer beware, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's not my fault.
But I mean,
Here we are.
yeah, here we are. Yeah, so I'd say like the Elsa Lam one fucked me up pretty well. Like that's a scary ass story.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to see here if there was any others. Hold on. There was one other one I saw that was weird.
Hey, we got 2 more likes.
Nice.
Boom.
Nice. Likes on the Facebook. Hey, if you haven't liked us yet, go like us.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out to somebody out there that's watching from the shadows, and I'm assuming that they're dressed like that guy in the neighborhood watch sign. You know, the creep that everybody's supposed to watch out for, but there's somebody out there who's watching us,
Yeah.
following us, but they don't like the page. So let us know that they're watching, but they don't like us.
Yeah.
So I have to assume that it's some sort of internal affairs.
I was thinking that or George Soros.
Could be.
He's sitting there by a fire listening to our show, and he's like, he's got some walnuts in his hands, and every time we say something fly about him or something that he's a fan of, he fucking just crushes the walnuts in his hands and is like, grrr! Yeah. But, okay, I found one more, and I had found this one last night, but I didn't want to write it all down because it was a wordy one. Okay. In 1922, a gruesome murder of a family that took the lives of 6 people happened in Hinterkaifeck, a small farm 70 kilometers north of Munich, Germany. A few days prior to the murder, homeowner Andreas Gruber noticed some footprints from the forest in the snow leading into the back of the family home, but none leading out. Since then, they heard strange footsteps in the attic and discovered a newspaper that they never bought. It prompted their maid to leave the house in a hurry. On the day of the murder, a new maid arrived, and along with the family, she was also killed by someone using a pickaxe. The killer was never caught, despite the large-scale investigation.
Uh-oh.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah,
I swear to God, if I'm like at my house and I see a fucking set of footprints leading to my door that I know aren't mine, Tobine's or my son's, that's it.
Right.
I'll either find it or I'm burning the fucking house down. That's all there is to it.
The thing that creeps me out about it, all the possibilities of unexplained homicides or disappearances of people, is that you will never find out. You know, if it's a person, an individual that did it, you might find out.
Maybe.
But think about let's stretch this question like a virgin.
Okay.
Do you know how many people disappear in this country every year?
Thousands.
Millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you want to know where, and this is true. You know, I like to take things on the conspiracy side, but a lot of times I do it for the laws, but a lot of times also, and I'll tell you when I'm doing it for the laws, but this is truth. Do you want to know where most of those disappearances happen? And I'm not talking like white slavery, like people abducted for sex trade and all that. I'm talking about just straight up disappearing.
Where?
Most of it comes from national parks.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Fuck national
And
parks.
if you think about national parks and you broaden it out a bit, it was set up through the Rockefeller Foundation. Large swaths of land that can't be developed that are protected under federal law.
So, what do you think?
Some speculate that it's like portals to other things. It's also places where they have sightings of unexplained creatures.
What if it's like literally, what if it's like there's doors like in the Dark Tower?
Yeah.
Like, and you walk through a door and you come upon a beach and you're like, this is a beautiful beach. And then you hear,
Chuck.
"Dada-chuck,
Yeah, and then fuck that.
and then you're done. And then the lobstrosities get you.
I heard a story of a disappearance. I might have told this to you before, but I don't know if it's made it to the podcast. where there was this couple, and they were like adept hikers. Is what they did.
Yeah.
And they were at one of these national parks, and they were hiking. Well, rock climbing. So they climbed this rock wall that was pretty advanced. They said it took them a while, and it was intensive. They couldn't have done it without equipment.
Yeah.
And they were out in the woods for 3 days. They were, I think, spent 2 days on the ground. They went up and spent a night up on top of the rock wall. And then when they got up there was a little girl up there. And
I think I heard this.
She wasn't wearing shoes.
Yeah.
But she was just watching them from the edge of some cliffside. So they were like, oh, that's cool. There must be another family up here staying. So they set up camp. I'm assuming raw dogged that night, which you should.
Yeah.
And the next day they climbed down and made it back to town, and they saw that girl's picture on a paper of missing child.
Huh.
And they said that the story was that she had been with her family further down on the ground, and they were hiking, and she walked around a corner. Like, the family was just probably 10 or 12 paces behind her.
Yeah.
She was, like, frolicking, being a girl.
Yeah.
She walks behind a tree, and she's gone.
Jesus.
And then somehow she managed to get up this rock wall that is, like, hard for an adult with equipment to get up.
Yeah.
Hashtag unexplained shit.
Fishy.
Yeah.
Weird.
But the government's hiding doors or creatures or something, or if they just want to take us for nefarious purposes.
Well, one of our friends right now who just got recently married. Congratulations! I think he was going out for some national parks.
Yes.
So I don't think this episode will get to him in time. But hey,
Be safe.
John, if you see some shit, take some pictures, please.
Yeah.
You know, no pics or it's not real.
Right. Picture it didn't happen.
But yeah, so I think that's all the topics for today.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's good.
We'd like to thank you all for listening to the show. We'd like to thank our Patreon contributors again for this brand new, crispy clear, ultrasonic fucking rig that we got.
I hope you guys are ready for the next level, which is going to be visual.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to come after our next payment.
Exactly.
Because
So
Patreon is life.
yeah, Patreon is live. And check out our Patreon page if you're feeling froggy.
Shout out to Evelyn. Shout
Yeah,
out to Jess. Shout out to Kate.
Yeah,
We love you.
we really do. But yeah, check out our Facebook, like us, share, subscribe our YouTube. Check us out on iTunes, Beyond Pod, and Stitcher.
We really need, just for our own purposes of vanity, if a fraction of the people that listen to the podcast can just go and make up a YouTube account or get on their YouTube account and just subscribe to our channel, we can get rid of that ridiculous name of our page, and we can actually have a custom URL.
That would be nice.
That would just make me feel good.
So yeah, check us out. Hey, shout out. We saw our analytics from last month. Shout out to our UK listeners
Yes.
and our Canadian listeners.
Welcome to the fold.
Welcome to the fold. We're hoping we're getting listeners from other parts of the world. That would be great.
Yeah.
Like our show over there, suggest it to a friend. We like to make friends across oceans or
Yes.
across borders.
Ponds.
Ponds, as they say.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Tea and crumpets, brother.
Yes. We're all brothers in the King's English.
Right.
But yeah, check out our stuff. We hopefully will have a new video up here in the next couple of days. We did the Bean Boozle challenge. That was fucking horrible.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah. And we're probably going to be doing some more of those types of videos here soon.
Lady Bones. Can I go ahead and just...
Yeah, go ahead.
Lady Bones gave us our newest challenge, and I've decided that it's because she comes up with these really inventive ideas because I think she likes to see me suffer.
Okay.
But it's that Bones and Tubbs will be blindfolded and will be fed baby food. And we have to describe
I hope they get them. You know, I hope they stay away from the sweet baby foods. I hope they move towards the savory ones. The chicken and rice and things like that. They have some beef options out there too.
Yeah, spaghetti and meatballs. Good.
But all right, well, thank you guys for listening again to another episode. I hope you guys enjoy the new audio, the new sound. I hope you like all of it. Let us know. We want to hear from you. We love hearing from you. We love hearing topics. We love hearing from all of our topicures and our bone tabures. If you come up with another name for us, that would be great. But I mean, I'm cool with bone tabure, but
I've started, at least in the blog post, I called everybody Bones and Tubbs Nation.
Bones and Tubbs Nation. I could dig that.
I might start doing that.
Yeah,
just as a thing.
The Bones and Tubbs Nation.
We could be nationalists.
Yeah, right.
Bones and Tubbs nationalists.
Right. Yeah, because that's what I want to be about.
Cheeky.
Righto.
Yeah.
But, all right. Thank you guys for listening, and we hope to see you next time.
We love you.
We really do.
Doors closing.
the mark has been made, your short memory will fade. Look into the camera.